All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson. So, I think I might have figured out Victoria the Prodigy Lee's next opponent. So, shout out to Jonathan of Kowloon and Cologne on Twitter because he helped me out in this detective work and he got it started. So, at Globe SVCS on Twitter tweeted out, I just saw this ad for the Victoria Lee fight on YouTube. I can't find any news for this. I'm guessing the rest of the fights will be announced anytime now. And he included 4 screenshots of it. So he must have been screenshotting real quick. But so I had seen that Victoria Lee had signed for her next fight on her Instagram, but it didn't say who or when. So it looks like the date is going to be one Battleground on July 30th. And I saw the picture of who the fight is. The last name is Wang. And it looked like, she already had her picture done for One Championship. So I did some detective work. I went on to the One Championship app. I looked up fighters with the name of Wang, W-A-N-G, and instantly came up Lu Ping Wang, or Wang Lu Ping. So I go ahead and put together a tale of the tape and tried to look into both fighters' records here. So let's look at tale of the tape here. Victoria Lee, the younger sister of Christian and Angela Lee, both champions in one, is coming in undefeated at 1-0. Just had her debut fight, defeating Sinisa Sreeson via rear naked choke submission in the second round back on February 26th of this year. Wan is coming in at 3-2. She's coming off a split decision win in WLF in China back in April of this year. Let's see. Wan is the elder fighter, 21 to Lee's 17. Looks like Victoria Lee will once again be the bigger fighter in her fight. 5 feet 5 inches, 166 centimeters to 5 feet 2 inches, 157 centimeters. For Wan, no reach available for Victoria Lee. Wan's is listed at 59.4 inches, 151 centimeters. So it looks like this is going to be who Victoria Lee is fighting. This is about what I figured her next opponent would be, quite honestly. I said, they can't go back and give her someone. If she just beat someone who was, what was Sunise Sreeson? Sreeson was 4-1 at the time. I said, you can't give her a lesser experienced opponent next time because it's basically a step back. So that was kind of like a double-edged knife. They gave her someone who was small and very beatable, but who had more experience. So I was like, there's no way they're going to give her someone with less experience. They can't, because they'd get called out on it like crazy. So one found someone who is pretty much the same size as Sunisa Sreeson. Wan is 5'2", Sreeson is 5'1", so she's like 1 inch taller than Sreeson, but still a smaller fighter, at least in height, but it wouldn't surprise me if she's smaller in size. More experience, but you look at Wan's record. Okay, she lost her pro debut back in 2017, didn't fight again until April of last year, 2020, where she lost a decision. Then she fought twice more last year, picked up a win over someone who was 0-1 at the time, picked up a win over Miao Ding, who was 13-5. On paper, that's a good win, but let me tell you something. Miao Ding loses to anybody even halfway decent, and that was the 3rd straight loss for Miao Ding. And then she won in April of this year against Chen Shi Zhu, who is, from what I can tell on Topology, and it's not always accurate with Chinese fighters, but it looks like she was making her pro debut. So Wang Lu Ping, she hasn't really fought anybody worth mentioning yet. Doesn't have any good wins. Miao Ding, like I said, is good on paper, but not in context. So this is exactly what I figured they would do. They would find someone with a similar record to Sreeson, Looked good on paper, winning record, but still relatively inexperienced and smaller. This is the type of fights that they're going to keep giving Victoria Lee. And you know what? Hey, that's fine. She's 17 years old. But when you're selling her as the next LeBron James, the next Naomi Osaka, the next great teenage prodigy, and you're giving her the nickname, the Prodigy, how about someone who's like at least her own size? Or someone who's, you know, has a more similar record, but at least same size. At least give her someone who you don't know what they're going to be able to do to bring in. You know, One Championship is very carefully managing the career of Victoria Lee, just like they did with Christian and just like they did with Angela. I don't blame them. From a business standpoint, they're the stars. The Lee family is the first family of One Championship. I think they've even One Championship has even referred to them as the first family of one. So I get it. Am I happy about it? No. But I get it. So like I said, this goes down at One Battleground July 30th. So there you have it. I'm pretty sure this is what's going down for Victoria Lee July 30th at One Battleground. She's going to be taking on Wang Lu Ping, or for those in the West, Lu Ping Wang. Let me know your thoughts on the matchup in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a like and go ahead and subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.